表演有点延续所谓传承这个动作，所以演出的时候有各种就是去顺那个布幕的动作去引导出，就是把它从上游往下游带下去的那种想法。最后的互动部分是特别去中药房请教师傅们怎么折中药包，甚至有发师傅给我的纸张给观众还有今天的小朋友们一起去包中药的纸的包法，等于是说把它带在身上，然后继续传承下去的感觉。我回去看了唐葱的一些就是它被发明的故事嘛，或是历史，在早期的时候要躲避糖的征收，然后大家发现这个可以有点把糖藏起来的方法，就不会是细沙状嘛，它就被做成一支一支中空的管子的形状。那你可以切长也切短。我觉得唐葱也很特别，就是我们并没有因为它大量制造的背景可能是在殖民的时期下，但是我们并没有因为这样就觉得把唐葱贴为不好的食物标签或是不可以谈论的东西，反而是去赞扬它，说其实有这么特别的制糖的技术。心理学里面有一个词叫 cultural personality， 就是说我在驻村的时间看台湾人的生活特性，包含我自己，还有点像外来人的观察的角度，就发现其实很多议题或是很多生活的部分，包含宗教，台湾是非常接纳各式各样声音或是想法的人，我们就是一切都可以共融在一起。
Then I was 7 or 8 years old, but in our garden we had different colors of nasturtium. So as I grew up and matured and aging, every year I really plant this flower, and it takes me to that time when I was a kid. And I love that feeling. So I thought that it is a symbol of love and hope and innocence, which we need in this world, I think. So that's how I incorporated it. But the source is that, those tiles, which really surprised me because I found so many objects, those are full of design. That's how I just came up with this idea, and I thought that it will add hope and softness and innocence, maybe also trust. You trust flowers, not human being. To see the whole sugar factory history and sugar production history from a human species point of view, not from an individual's point of view. I found that this chain for me, and the foot symbolizes displacement, forced labor, and also the dark part of human history, that is slavery. We are all chained with sugar now. This chain is not from the past. This is the chain we are having right now, the chain of sweetness that we crave so much. So that's why I made it with the graphite, and also made it a little bit invisible, but you can see it if you come close. When I started working on it, it feels like I am seeing the sugarcane fibers. So it also gave me the feeling of sugarcane fibers when we chew it. And at one point, I found that I don't want to just carry on with the darkness. I need to find hope. And it was a journey for me.
I came across the idea of the Plantationocene, which is the idea that instead of the Anthropocene, sort of the establishment of plantations have really shaped our epoch. Being here, I've been drawn to the use of protectors in temples, and specifically Matsu and Guanyin, because in Venezuela I began practicing Buddhism, a way to handle history which can be very violent and ongoing. So I am incorporating oysters and the ways that people are repopulating oyster reefs as a model for how we can be in better relationship to our environment instead of continuing the plantation model. The material bank is pretty amazing. I have so much respect for everybody that's working there. I found different shells and sort of remnants of marine life along with the wood that I'm using. It's allowed me to study them and incorporate them into the paintings. In the big paintings, I'm working with the idea, the tools that were used, and I'm incorporating machetes or sickles as a symbol of something that, people were forced to use, but then people also have used them to gain their independence, to fight against oppressions. And that's what I'm using them as, is a way to clear a path towards other possibilities. And I'm focusing on women doing that because they're involved in the labor just the same. So I think of my paintings, or they're sort of painting drawings of oysters. They're not just oysters, but they're oyster reefs. As for me, sort of like a model of how we can be in relation to each other. Instead of seeing, nature as separate, we're made of the same elements. We're water, we're calcium carbonate, just like pearls and oysters, and we can learn from them. So I created them to show like this is a viable ecosystem. It's one that we've relied on as humans, living beings like oysters, to remind me that we can do that.